Hey there, buddy. How's it going, my friend? My little boy. You had a good night's sleep, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say yes.
Yes, he says yes. Alright, pretty girl. You ready to go to school?
Yes.
Start our new week?
Yes.
You excited?
Yes.
Okay. One of the things we really need to do is get the tank moved. The water tank is not really useful where it is, and I need to start hooking up irrigation lines to it. So our best bet is to move the tank over here, closer to these trees, and then I can run the irrigation lines off of it. Now, the guys are over there setting up the new location for the water tank. We're going to have probably a total of 3 tanks, maybe 4, but that's the tank I used for the fish in the aquaponics system, so it's not like we have to go buy a new one. Once we get everything planted, I'll have to get 2 new tanks. We're going to see how it irrigates, and then we'll decide how many more I need. We're back out here. I did get a few things done back at the house, had to get them done. It's reasonably late in the day, to be honest. I'm going to show you where we are and how things look. These guys did a good job putting this thing up. Nice to have guys that care about their work, because this looks good. Now, we've got this stump here. We're going to get the good fire on this one. So hopefully tomorrow morning we'll come here and this will be gone.
I jumped over them.
You jumped over them? Okay. Just to give you guys an example of how much we've actually gotten done, that tarp has not been moved. That is the exact same place it's been for this whole time. So you can see how much of this area they've cleared. The only reason they haven't taken that tree down is because, well, it's holding up their tarp and they don't want to cut it down yet. Now, I was supposed to get water today. I don't know exactly what's going on, why we don't have any, but I was supposed to get water. We need to be able to get water into this tank so we can irrigate these new trees I'm planting. I can't plant the new trees without water, and we have no water. This is odd because normally I wouldn't care. I would let this thing run as dry as it is because we've got the swale system, we've got good irrigation, we're good. The problem is I'm trying to plant new things, and in order to be able to plant new things I need water. I've got all these trees I need to plant, and without water I can't plant anything. I had really hoped to get water in the canal today. I spoke with the person over at the canal company and they told me I'd get water today, but turns out they're doing some work further down the line, and it's going to be a week before I get water. We've got another big tree down. Now the guys are working to clean that one up, and you see him, he's got the chipper going, he's chipping that other stuff. So, slow. It's a very slow process. Just dropped pretty girl off at school. Out on the land, we need water. And the problem is, the canal's out of commission, so we won't get water there for probably 2 weeks. You know, the guy told me 8 days, but I know how Jamaica is. 8 days is always... 8 days, hell, 8 days would normally be 3 weeks. God, I've got this pump dropped into this section right here. This is just a drainage ditch for the road. Drop the pump in, and we've got 2 55-gallon drums up on the truck. We're filling those with this pump. We bring the truck here. This is all part of the plan. If you remember, we put in the bridge over over the swale and over the canal that brings us here. This allows me to drive the truck in here and do exactly what we're doing now. I just drop this pump in here and get as much water as we can out. This is what he's doing. This tree split. Half of it hung over the other way, half of it hung over this way. So he focused on the side that hung over this way. Right now, I'm going to my buddy who has been working on my computer. He's the guy whose birthday party we were at. He's been working on my computer, and the problem is the hard drive itself has got a flaw. There's something wrong with the hard drive. So I need to buy a new hard drive, and then we have to figure out if we can extract the OS from the old hard drive, or if I'm gonna have to go through a headache to get it through Microsoft. It is 1 o'clock. I have until 3:30 to pick up Pretty Girl. Or I have to pick up Pretty Girl at 3:30. So I have 2.5 hours to pick up my prescription, pick up a hard drive, drop off the hard drive, and then get back to Pretty Girl's school.
1 and 2 terabytes we have. Internal desktop.
Turns out we have another issue I did not know. We've got a memory card problem. There she is. There she is. Alright guys, that's our day. We got some good progress here. This stump's going to be gone. We're going to get the water. That's the biggest thing right now. We do have water. That's what I needed more than anything. So tomorrow, we're going to start planting some trees. What are you doing, silly girl? Yeah. The kitchen needs to be relocated. Right now, this kitchen is just gotta go. Unfortunately, it served us well, but we finally gotten to the point where we're clearing all these trees, and this tree needs to go. Now this is finally toast too, and this is still hot. Look at that. This is still hot. There's still coals in this. Today I cannot hang around here because Auntie's got to go someplace this morning, and I need to be home to take care of little man. So what I'm going to do is I just dropped these guys off, showed them what needed to be done. They are getting to it now, and then as soon as she's done with him, I'm going to head back here and see how things are going. I'm going to start doing something we should have been doing a while back. We're going to get some moringa seeds planted out here. I got 4 guys here. One of them I'm going to pull off for what they're doing and clean up and put him to work on the moringa seeds. The clouds, if you look at the clouds here, they definitely look like we're going to be raining on soon. So we might as well take a little time, get as many moringa seeds in the ground as possible. I've got this whole bucket full of thousands of moringa seeds. I wish I knew more about this, but it looks to me like we've got an interesting fungus eating away at this stump. Look at this. This is an orange, I don't know, it has to be a fungus. And it's just starting to devour this stump. I'm seeing this all over the place. A lot of these stumps have this orange fungus. That's a good thing. Fungi are the teeth of the forest. Wood does not break down without a fungus. A fungus eats away at it and converts it all into something that the other plants can use. So we want to see this fungus. For the life of me, I cannot tell if this is going to make it or not. It looks like it might. All right, it's in a little rough shape. It got a little too close to that fire, but it's not dead. And there's a lot of green in this. So we're not digging it out. We're gonna let it sit, see how it does. This stump is dead, but there's a really big part of me that wants to build a fire right on top of it. I don't know if I will, but maybe. Looks like we're done for the day because obviously we're getting a lot of rain. And it's not one of those passing showers, it's just gonna come and go. Well, little man, whatever happened to you sleeping through the night? Because you know what, you've been waking up an awful lot lately. You would think I would know this by now. I got these cedar trees here. Looks like 4 of these took a major beating when the rain fell. 5, 6, 6 of them. So we need to fix them. Alright, we had a heavy rain last night, so today we've got nice soft ground to work with. Brought in, I don't know, I think I brought in a dozen trees today. We're gonna get at least all of them planted. Here what we have is a cedar tree in the ground. Now, this cedar tree was very, very close to this stump. When I measured the distances, it was almost right where this tree stump is. Now obviously we can't plant right in the center of the tree stump, so we moved it a little bit over, and you see all the fungus taking that stump out. We're going to bury this all in wood chips and make it nice and clean. Well, here's the silky oak. As you see, it's in the ground. Now we're just laying the cardboard out. Then he'll put a bag of grass down and cover the whole thing in chips. We have a surprising number of frogs out here. So here's one of the trees we got planted. At least we got a couple trees in the ground. Man, I keep thinking this silky oak is gonna die, and it's looking a little rough, but then it doesn't look so bad. Here we got green. Like I said, I'm not messing with it. We're just gonna let it go. Hopefully it'll perk right up. I don't know how well this shows up on camera, but this really does make me feel good when I stand here and I look at this. Because if you look at this, this is primarily cleared. We've got a good 70% of this all cleared, and we've got some trees planted. Now we don't have many, but it's a start. We're burning out these stumps. We've cleared a very large section of this. And when I stand here and look at this, it's almost hard to think that this is the same place that was so thick with trees that you couldn't even go through it at all.